Chike's gaze flickered to the open chest, the stacks of food, and then back to her. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then, with slow, measured steps, he entered the storeroom and shut the door behind him. "Adana," he said calmly, but there was an edge to his voice. "This room is private." Her eyes darted between him and the chest of money. "Why?" she blurted out before she could stop herself. "Why do you have all this? I thought you were just a poor farmer." Chike exhaled, running a hand over his short, neatly trimmed hair. He wasn't angry, but there was something in his expression, something cautious, as if he were calculating how much to reveal. "I will tell you one day," he said finally. "But not now." Adana frowned. "Why not?" "Because," he said, stepping closer, "you don't trust me yet." She opened her mouth to argue, but he was right. She didn't trust him. How could she, when he was clearly hiding something? Silence stretched between them before Chike reached for the chest, shutting the lid with a soft thud. Without another word, he pulled a key from his pocket, locked it, and tucked the key into his pocket. Adana felt frustration bubble inside her. He wasn't going to tell her anything. He was keeping secrets, and she hated it. But if Chike thought she would simply forget what she saw, he was wrong. She would find out the truth, one way or another. Adana couldn't shake the feeling that she had just glimpsed into a world Chike didn't want her to see. That night, as she lay on the thin mattress in their small room, her mind replayed the moment over and over again. The bags of food, the stacks of money, how did a poor farmer have so much? And why was he so secretive about it? Chike, as usual, remained quiet. He didn't act angry or bothered, but his silence spoke volumes. It was as if he was waiting for her to let it go. She wouldn't. The next morning, she decided to watch him more closely. She noticed how he never seemed to lack anything, how he often disappeared for hours without explanation. And then there were the visitors, men from outside the village who came late at night, speaking in hushed tones before leaving just as quickly as they arrived. Something wasn't right. One afternoon, while she pounded yam in the backyard, Ifeoma arrived, her face glowing with excitement. "Adana," she whispered, dragging her aside. "You won't believe what I heard." Adana wiped sweat from her forehead, narrowing her eyes. "What?" Ifeoma leaned in. "People are saying Chike is not who he claims to be." Adana's heart skipped a beat. "What do you mean?" "They say he came to this village only a few years ago, with nothing but a bag on his back. But somehow, he has never struggled like the rest of us. Some believe he has powerful connections, others say he might even be a criminal." Adana frowned. "Criminal? That couldn't be true, could it?" That night, as Chike sat outside under the moonlight, she watched him closely. He was a mystery, one she was determined to solve. But the more she searched for answers, the more dangerous the truth seemed to be. Adana lay awake long after Chike had fallen asleep, listening to the rhythmic chirping of crickets outside. The night was cool, a soft breeze drifting through the open window, but her mind was restless. Ifeoma's words echoed in her ears. Some believe he has powerful connections, others say he might even be a criminal. She turned on her side, glancing at Chike. He lay peacefully, his breathing steady, as if he carried no worries. But that wasn't true, he was hiding something, and she needed to find out what. Slipping out of bed quietly, she tiptoed across the room and reached for his trousers, which hung over a wooden stool. Her fingers searched the pockets, heart pounding. And then she felt it, the cold, small shape of a key. The key to the chest. A thrill of nervous excitement rushed through her, but before she could pull it out, Chike shifted in his sleep, mumbling something under his breath. She froze, barely breathing, until he settled again. Slowly, she withdrew her hand and stepped back. She would have to try another time. The next day, Chike left early, as he always did. Adana waited until she was sure he was far from the compound before slipping into the storeroom. The chest sat in its usual place, its wooden surface warm but steady. She crouched beside it, running her fingers over the lock. She needed that key. As she stood, the sound of footsteps outside made her heart leap. She rushed out, only to see an unfamiliar man standing in the compound. He was tall, dressed in fine clothing, too fine for an ordinary visitor. His sharp eyes scanned her before he spoke. "Where is Chaik?" Adana's stomach twisted. Whoever this man was, he wasn't just a friend. And from the way he looked at her, she knew he held answers to the questions she was dying to ask.